The Jeanette Winterson quote right at the beginning was a great way to leave us with something to meditate on and influence how we're going to take in this piece and how the creative team wants to give. I always think like a breadcrumb, a creative breadcrumb for us to nibble on as we dive in. And it was so lovely to meditate on the body in this landscape, the balance of the mountains and the curves of the body, just in the treating the body as a landscape, I thought was a really interesting concept for me. There was a real athleticism, yet an ease. And it really did feel like a great exercise in tension and release. And we get that with nature, but we also get that, especially with the body. And I just thought it was quite stunning.
The use of scarves and bags over their heads to hold them together and kind of cut them off from everything else as they moved in different ways and they were able to stay together was very thought-provoking, and I think the whole film was very avant-garde kind of and overall I like the minimal sounds and the different interpretations we can have from this film and the metaphors behind the head coverings and why they were kept together throughout it.
This one had such a dreamy feel to it in the beginning, like right off the bat, and so it really went with the title. Also, there's just a lot of really cool lighting and the way you guys shot it. Maybe there were some filters going on. The colors and the wardrobe were great. The sound design was interesting because I felt like it really more engaged your hearing from the beginning and your visual, but a lot of the hearing was the sound was very important to feel connected to this. I had a love-hate relationship with the bags over the heads because especially with the plastic bags, I felt like I'm a little claustrophobic, so that made me feel like I was suffocating, but I think that was part of the point here. It was really interesting that you tied them together at one point with the blue bags and the plastic bags. And then I've never seen that before. So that was really interesting and creative, unique. And then when they were breathing together in the plastic bag, it really just made me feel like, wow, it's like a depiction of being in a relationship where you guys sort of rely on one another to stay alive, almost like your love stays alive, or just the breathing for each other and the give and take of that. I mean, it had so many different meanings, but it was so interesting because at first I was just like, it was a little hard to watch because of the claustrophobia, the like not wanting to suffocate, but it got the point across and I thought it was really creative.
I thought this was a really, really intriguing, and I thought that they were working with such a beautiful backdrop and beautiful scenery, but how they approached it was really, really fascinating because they were like pretty much blindfolded but locked together, and I thought that that was really just visually really appealing, first of all, but also what an interesting kind of concept to like have these beautiful settings that could be the thing of dreams, but also having these two people that are so kind of wrapped up in each other and are so connected to each other that their dreams are almost tethered to each other. And I think that that is such an interesting kind of concept, especially when you're talking about people in relationships and how you're encouraged as an individual to have your own dreams, but when you're in a relationship, those dreams are going to be affected and connected to the people that you're around, whether that's a romantic relationship or not. But I think it is especially highlighted in romantic relationships, and that's just kind of what this made me think of, to be so to tie yourself to somebody else in a relationship, and then that ties all of who you are and what you want to them in some way, shape, or form. And I think that that's what this made me think of.